It takes nothing to join the crowd. It takes everything to stand alone. Hans Hansen. Today we're going to talk about one of the most challenging yet empowering experiences in life: standing alone. We live in a world where we're often encouraged to find comfort in the crowd, to seek validation from others. But what happens when you find yourself standing alone, standing against the odds, and no one is there to cheer you on? Well, today I want to explore the power that lies in that solitude. Standing alone isn't easy, but it's in those moments of isolation that you discover your true strength. When you stand alone, you no longer rely on external forces for support. Instead, you learn to trust your instincts, your voice, and your vision. The opinions of others fade, and you begin to realize that the only approval you need is your own. This is where the magic happens, where you find the courage to be who you were always meant to be. Think about it. Every great leader, every person who has ever changed the world has had to stand alone at some point. They faced criticism, rejection, and doubt, but they didn't let that deter them. Why? Because they understood something that many people don't. Solitude breeds clarity. When you stand alone, you're free from the distractions of the world, free from the noise of the crowd, and that's when your vision becomes clear. You stop worrying about what others think, and you start focusing on what truly matters: your purpose. Standing alone isn't a sign of weakness, but a testament to your inner strength. It takes immense courage to walk a path that others may not understand. But here's the thing: the path less traveled is often the one that leads to greatness. You may feel uncertain, even afraid, but that's when you dig deep and find the power within yourself to keep moving forward. The more you stand alone, the more resilient you become, and that resilience will carry you through the toughest of times. There will be times when people won't support you. They might doubt your abilities, mock your dreams, or even turn their backs on you. But let me tell you something: people's opinions don't define you. What defines you is your willingness to keep going, even when you're the only one who believes in your vision. You have to understand that not everyone will see what you see, and that's okay. Your dreams are for you to pursue, not for others to validate. In fact, standing alone is often the first step to real change. When you take a stand for what you believe in, even if no one else is standing with you, you create space for new possibilities. You send a powerful message to the universe: I am ready to step into my power. I am ready to own my destiny. And when you take that step, even if it's just you, the right people will eventually find you. But first, you must have the courage to stand on your own. Think about the oak tree standing tall in the middle of a storm. The wind howls, the rain pours, and yet it stands firm, rooted deeply in the earth. That's what standing alone does for you. It strengthens your roots. It solidifies your foundations, and it proves to you that you can withstand any storm. The challenges you face while standing, they won't break you. They build you. They shape you into the person you're meant to become. But here's something important to remember. Standing alone doesn't mean being lonely. There's a difference. When you stand alone, you're not isolated. You're connected to something much greater. You're connected to your purpose, to your passion, to your inner wisdom. That connection is stronger than any relationship, any approval, or any temporary support from others. When you stand alone, you stand in alignment with your true self. And that's where real power comes from. Power doesn't come from the crowd. It doesn't come from being liked or admired by others. Real power comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you're willing to fight for. And sometimes, in order to find that power, you have to walk alone for a while. You have to go through the wilderness of solitude to discover your own strength. I know it's tempting to seek approval from others, to look for someone to stand beside you and reassure you that you're on the right path. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's validation. Your journey is unique, and sometimes others won't understand it. They won't see the vision as clearly as you do, but that's because the vision wasn't given to them. It was given to you. So stand firm in your belief, even if you're standing alone. Standing alone is a rite of passage for anyone who wants to live an extraordinary life. It's a test of your resilience, your determination, and your faith. It's in those moments of solitude that you're given the opportunity to prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving greatness without needing anyone else to validate your worth. And when you pass that test, when you emerge from the solitude stronger and more confident than ever before, you'll realize that standing alone was the greatest gift you could have ever received. Now, don't get me wrong. Having support from others is a beautiful thing, but it's not a requirement for success. You can still achieve greatness even if no one believes in you. You can still make an impact even if you're the only one standing in your corner. Because at the end of the day, it's not about who's standing with you. It's about who you become when you stand on your own. When you stand alone, you become unshakable. You become the kind of person who doesn't waver in the face of doubt or criticism. You become the kind of person who is rooted in their truth that nothing and no one can pull you away from it. That's the power of standing alone. It's not just about surviving. It's about thriving. It's about standing tall in your convictions and living boldly, even when the world tells you to shrink. If you're in a season where you're standing alone, know this. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. This is your time to grow, to build, to solidify your foundation. This is your time to connect with your deepest self and rise to new heights. Don't fear the solitude. Embrace it. Use it to fuel your growth, to sharpen your focus, and to become the person you've always known you could be. And as you stand alone, remember this: you are never truly alone. You are supported by your purpose, by your inner strength, and by the divine energy that flows through you. You have everything you need within you to succeed, to thrive, and to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. So stand tall, stand strong, and most importantly, stand in your truth. You may not have the crowd behind you, but you don't need them. You have something more powerful. You own inner knowing. You have the courage to walk your own path, to pursue your own dreams, and to live life on your terms. That's what it means to stand alone, not in isolation, but in power. And that power is what will carry you forward no matter what challenges come your way. So my challenge to you today is this: if you find yourself standing alone, don't see it as a curse. See it as a blessing. See it as an opportunity to become the person you were always meant to be. Stand alone and stand with pride. Stand with purpose. Stand with the knowledge that your path, your journey, is uniquely yours. And that is where your true power lies. So carry this with you. The power of standing alone is not about isolation. It's about independence. It's about trusting yourself, believing in your vision, and knowing that you are enough just as you are. So stand tall in your truth and watch as the world begins to rise to meet you. You have the power. You've always had it. Now, it's time to use it. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.